Bondi Beach massacre that has happened. Now, this development is coming at a time when there was a lot of criticism, especially when it comes to the gun laws there, and the criticism that came in the way for the Australian Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. He's now issued a fresh statement and over the Bondi shooting incident that has guaranteed the formulation of new laws that will actually control the gun use, and it's now necessary to be considered at the state and the federal levels as well, because as far as these new laws are concerned, they would provide a model for informing when it comes to the national oversight of the gun ownership and the use. Because as far as the father-son duo are concerned who carried out the Bondi Beach massacre is concerned, and how did they actually have access to weapons, that became a flashpoint when it comes to the existence of such gun laws and to tighten such regulations. The Prime Minister of Australia now going on to say that we are getting dangerous guns off our streets with a national buyback. And this seems to be with the immediate effect that we are looking at the Bondi Beach. Imagine when it comes to several people who were killed, the most youngest of them being a 10-year-old girl, a Jewish girl. Srinjoy, this development was needed, it was necessary.
Yes, it's a wise decision. It's a good move, to say the least, because these two men who were involved in the shooting, how did they have the weapons? That was the question that was raised. So if you tighten this process, if you ensure that fewer people have access to weapons like guns, then naturally the chances of these kind of killings will be less. So let's hope this leads to serious action. Let's hope there are fewer guns with Australians, and the fewer there are, the chances, of course, of use become much, much less. Now, this should be compared with the American situation, where it's so easy to buy a weapon. A Saturday night special is really a Saturday night special, meaning a gun you can buy with very little checks and a lot of ammunition whenever you can in certain states in the United States. But Australia has made the move, and perhaps this will help in the future to avert this kind of action like the one that happened in Bondi Beach not very long ago.
Absolutely, because, you know, the incidence of mass shootings, especially in Australia, is very rare, Srinjoy. And this has, you know, historically has had strict gun laws. But the deadly massacre that happened, it has now prompted, when it comes to the, Australian authorities and the other officials, to rather revisit those laws and call for further restrictions to prevent more mass shootings in the future. Thank you very much, Srinjoy, for joining us here on the broadcast. In the meantime, we head into a short break. You're watching Times Now.